The saying that what a man can do, a woman can do better certainly rings true for Talatu Imram, an indigene of a Shikafi in Shikafi local government area of Zamfara state. She had been trafficking weapons for bandits for 7 years and got paid after every successful trip. A divorcee with 7 children to show for her failed marriages. Talatu, who lives amongst the bandits in Zamfara state, was having a field day until she was arrested by Men Special Task Squad Abuja after one of her major sponsors was picked up. Looking very sharp and full of life, Talatu changes husbands like clothes as she moved from one bandit to the other. Until 2019, she was married to a bandit who was killed by the security forces. In this interview, Talatu, who spoke in Hausa language, talked about how her sojourn in the dangerous job. She said, "I am 40 years old and a divorcee. I was arrested through one of the men popularly known as a Orujeje that usually gives me weapons to ferry for him to other states in the north. I was arrested at Nasarawa State where I ran to by the police who I heard were looking for me after the day they arrested Erujeje. I have been in the business of transporting arms because I live amongst the bandits. That is what I do to survive and take care of my 7 children. I have been married several times and was married to bandits. One of them was shot and killed by the security forces last year, but I later married another and divorced him, so I am single now. I have been married severally and I divorced several because I hate to suffer, and the moment my husband begins to make me suffer, I will divorce him and move on with life. I am among the women that usually transport arms for kidnap groups in Zamfara, and I get paid at the end of every trip. I have been in the legal arms trade for over 7 years now. Ha! I have made plenty of money, but I cannot now say this is the total amount of money that I have made because they usually pay me the money in bits. Sometimes they pay me 20,000 naira after every trip, and I use the money to take care of my 7 children. I have 7 children from my previous husbands. How I transport the weapons to wherever they want me to deliver them is very simple without being dictated by the security men on the road. Before I embark on any of such trip, my boss, Orujeje, usually sends money to me to go to the market and buy box. After buying the box, I will then go to the market again and buy babies' clothes and those items that they usually ask pregnant women due for delivery in the hospital to bring. When I return from the market, I will first dismantle the AK-47 rifles and I lay them nearly inside and use the belt to tie it so it doesn't shake during the journey because of bad road. After that, I will then fill the box with the baby items neatly inside the box, closed and ready to go. Because of the security situation in our state, there are many military and police checkpoints and they usually ask everyone in the vehicle to come down for search. Each time we get to where they are stationed, I have always dodged this process because each time they ask me what I have inside my box, I will tell them it's women's stuff and quickly open the box for them. And when they see pad, pants and children's clothes, they will ask me to close the box, and that is how I have been evaded being caught by the security agencies these 7 years that I have been in the business of transporting illegal weapons for bandits and other criminals. You can imagine. It's not a surprise. It's not a new thing. It's not a new thing at all. Very, very unfortunate. Well, and no matter what you do, a day is coming. A day of reckoning will definitely come. Those who are involved in all those kind of acts, each irrespective of the acts, a day of reckoning is coming. You can be getting away with it, but believe you me, you'll be caught one day. Of course, a lot of people will have a reservations. A lot of people will be saying this. Oh, you have 7 children, this and that. A lot of people don't have conscience. If a man will be sleeping with his 3 daughters and getting them impregnated, and the wife is aware about it, what can surprise anyone again? What is that thing that will surprise people again? So people say, oh, you have your children and other people are being killed and all of that. Some people don't even love themselves. That is how bad it is. That is the extent at which a lot of these things have really gone. They don't even love themselves. Because if really she loves herself, she will know that one day this thing will backfire. But she continued. How much? 20,000, 30,000, if at all, maybe at most, irrespective of the money. After all, even our so-called politicians, a lot of them are thieves. So what are we talking about? A lot of all those ones that are wearing agbada, wearing suit up and down, they are thieves. They do worse things than that. So what are we talking about? Those who collect contracts, those who get paid unduly, those who sit, put and shook all their bodies in the cookie jar, both their legs and hands in the cookie jar. The kind of salaries they have um, uh, uh, set aside for themselves. Are they not worse than all these people? Are they not the same thing? Just like the way I've been talking about, the government will tell us that oh, Boko Haram, they are not holding flag in any of those local governments. Whether they are holding local governments or whatever, well, of course, that is even debatable because some people have come out to say they are still in charge. They just change tactics. At the end of the day, they still achieve their aim, whether they pass through point B or pass through point B. The most important thing that they get to their destination. So that is just the way it is. So it is not really a surprising thing that this woman is saying. We've heard something, similar things in the past, and it will still continue because no matter what you say, if you love yourself, you'll be able to weigh some things, we'll be able to weigh some options and know that this thing, at the end of the day, if it happens, something else happens, how will I be able to cope? They know they would, but they would allow that immediate enjoyment or immediate gain to declare their sense of reasoning. So it's unfortunate, really unfortunate. It is just the innocent victims that will be paying for all of these things. Some of these northerners are hardened criminals and harlots. So imagine how this woman operates. Please, I would love to hear comments from that region. Of course, it's everywhere. We have criminals all over the place. That Erujeje she mentioned is he not a Southerner? He must be the one that taught her that trick. What comment? You said some. Causism is a feature of Southeast, and Southwest. Do we say all people in these zones are causes? No, but since North is involved, hatred must manifest. They learn from your parents. Look, why you referring? Okay, this is a senseless statement. Before the women in the North do that, those in the other parts of the country are those that train them, especially harlotry. Well, people can say whatever they want to say. There's crime all over the place, but the rate at which it operates and it happens, differs from one region to another. But as it is now, it's the northerners that are affected so much. Well, this was written by police and asked her to sign. Okay, I am suspecting you to one of those trafficking arms. That is why you are making such comments and falsely accusing the police. Okay, proof police are always wrong, yet you want them to protect your life. No wonder street boys talk the way they want because respect is not in their vocabulary. Security lapses is very clear here. What do they have in detecting weapon? Why can't the military and police go for weapon detectors since it is a pity the northerners are the one killing themselves? Their elders need to wake up, not only the government. I have been married severally and divorced severally because I hate to suffer, and the moment my husband begins to make me suffer, I will divorce him and move on with life. You go enjoy for prison now. Okay, somebody's quoting what she said. Now, she said she doesn't want to suffer that prison, she will be there. So guys, leave your comment below and let's have your take on this.